Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here with episode 12 of Professor Builds an Anno 1800 Empire. One thing I want to start with before we jump into what we did in the last episode and what we're going to do in this episode is I want to talk about the future of this series a little bit, just a little bit. Because based on game release schedules here coming soon, I do want to try and wrap up this season of Professor Builds. And what I mean by that is, yes, we are going to come to a close or a stopping point of Professor Builds an Anno 1800 Empire. However, we are 100% going to come back for a second season. There are multiple DLCs that are available with this game, and when most of the DLCs that came with them, all new worlds were available. So you might remember seeing an expedition for Land of the Lions. That was a DLC for a completely new world with all new islands and so on, and a whole story that goes along with it. There is a storyline behind the Queen disappearing. We already heard about that one once before. That opens up a whole nother world. And then there is an Arctic world as well, and we haven't even seen that particular expedition yet. So each season, I want to kind of build my empire and grow based on the expansions into new worlds. So we did the old world and new world in this season. What my plan is to try and get my empire up to my first engineer upgrade in the old world and my first artistas upgrade in the new world. That puts me at a great stable position prior to big expansions in each of those locations again. We still have some things to put together from a production perspective for the artists in the old world before we can look at what it takes to, I believe it's 1,500 artists before we can upgrade to engineers. I don't know what it is for obreros to artistas, but that's the plan, is when we get to that point, we will say, okay, this is the end of Season 1. With Season 2, we'll probably add in another world, probably the Sunken Treasures DLC, which opens up Cape Trelawney, I think is the name of the world. And we'll also then start to build out our engineers and build out our artistas and continue our expansion and growth in those particular areas. So with that, I hope that everyone understands what we're going to be moving towards. We've probably only got a few more episodes left before we get there, because I know we're getting close to wrapping up the artists section in the old world. So let's take a look and see what we did in the last episode, and then we will jump into what is this episode. The big thing that we did in the last episode is we started building out our zoo. We had completed a zoological expedition in the last episode, or in the previous episode to that, in episode 10. So in episode 11, we started building out our zoo. We've got a musk ox location, we've got an orca, and we have a helmet jellyfish. And as we do future zoological expeditions, we'll of course add to that. We also were given some lily gardens, and we now have 3 of 4, so if we can ever get a 4th one, we'll make sure to put that in place. And then, of course, we've got plenty of room out here for additional locations for additional animals based on zoological expeditions. We did also expand our artists by putting in...
I don't have all I need for my canvas.
That's not good. The sewing machine factory, so we will need to get, obviously, some more steel in there. But that allowed us to get our artists up to 28 out of 30, which means all we have left is the fur coats and the university from a needs perspective before we can fill out our artists here in Newcastle. And as you can see, we've still got plenty of space to build out even more. We also expanded some of Luton Town a little bit. We have now put in place beer here. And if we look at...
You've got our interests at heart.
Our workers... they are full up from a happy worker perspective. We do need to put a school in place, so we will want to do that. But we have beer, and everyone is nice and profitable. So Luton is at plus 755. Newcastle is at plus 2,800. Now, if we go over to the New World, here's Madrid. We now have Madrid nicely filled out from an obrero perspective. We need to get bombins. That's going to be one of today's big tasks, is to get bombins in place. That should get our obreros up nicely. But we now have a boxing ring at both Madrid and Barcelona. And we're continually growing out here. We did implement coffee on both islands. We do want to start taking a look at aluminum so that we can put in place postal services. I would like to very much get postal services in place before we move on to Season 2.
A competitor raised a settlement.
Okay. And then if we go over here to Barcelona, same exact situation. We've got everything up to the coffee level for all of our
Your
citizens.
ship has returned from its voyage.
Okay. The one thing, though, to keep in mind with Barcelona is we have a lot less room to play with on Barcelona. Matter of fact, if you can see, we've really got very little room to add additional farms. I need a hospital. Oh, I did put a hospital in. That's right. It's clearing that up from the last episode. We're running out of space. So we're going to have to be a little bit more judicious about where we put homes and things along those lines. And we might have to start putting homes in a couple of different places. Keep in mind, we still have another island over here, Sevilla, that we can start doing things with as well. And then same thing is true in the old island. We still have Norwich over here that we have never populated either. So, let's jump in and we will start off with the George quest.
If you don't make a change, most often no one will.
You should stock up every once in a while. You never know what twists and turns are around the corner in life. The pharaohs of the Delta used to plan for 7 years of famine. Even if you saw the irrigation down there now, you'd still be saying those estimates were about right. Believe me? Okay.
Fight for it, if you have to.
Sustain quest. Sustain across the region. 1,031 out of 15 of any food supply for 7 minutes. Oh, alright. Well, I'm definitely not worried about
Your
that.
people
Wow.
are healthy again.
It's the easiest quest I've ever been given. Okay. One other thing to keep in mind, we do have an expedition running. A pirate hunt is currently underway. We did 2 or 3 steps of it, if I remember correctly, from the last episode. So we should wrap that up at some point during this episode. Now, let's take a look at our production levels here on Newcastle, because I'm worried that we're not making enough steel. Alright, so lumber we're fine. We're actually okay with fish. We could use with a little more wool. We could, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. We could use with another sheep farm. Wheat is good. Bread is good. We could probably pause the... Matter of fact, you know what? That'll fix the sheep problem right now. Let me see how many sales I have.
Complacency is the father of ignorance.
Yeah.
You don't always need to run.
Set minimum stock of 100. And actually, you know what? I'm going to stop trading the sales for a bit. Alright, let me go back to production again. Yeah, so we're not making enough steel. Alright. What do we need to do for steel? Let's take a look at that. So we need iron and coal. So we need to set up another... Alright, let's see. We've got... That's doing everything right here. I know we've got more on this island. Alright, there's iron. And there's coal. Okay. What we can do then is... I'm going to move you. There. Okay, now build iron.
My father died in a mine.
Build mine. Yeah, whatever.
You'd think my memory of that day might have faded, but...
Now, this is going to hurt our profitability, but I'm going to increase our population to accommodate for this. All right, so want you there. All right, I need to go in a little bit. I didn't do a very good job. There we go. Okay. And then we'll put the furnace there. And we will put in another fire station right there. Okay, that really took down profitability, but we need more workers to accommodate for all of this. So what I'm going to do is grab all of you. Okay.
We loves you, we does.
Good. Because you're getting upgraded. And then I'm going to put some additional farmers in a couple of spots so that they can be upgraded as well. And that will replace the profitability that we just lost. All right, so let me up the speed a little bit. And then I'll put in, replace these farmers here. There. I want to make sure what I'm trying to accomplish, because from a profitability perspective, I really felt that plus 200 on the farmer, plus 200 on the worker was a nice profitability location. I always felt comfortable if I ever needed to expand for any particular reason. I am actually going to modify this to make it a little bit faster. So let me do this too. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, I want to take a quick look at our artists. So our artists,
time to be alive.
from a needs perspective, need fur coats, which we haven't not started putting together yet, and a university. Now, I need to get up to 1,500 artists before I can even be given, before that even unlocks. So we're definitely not there yet. But we could start to take a look at how to build out fur coats. We do have now hospitals, by the way. I have in certain locations, not everywhere. Basically, I'm building them as I need them because it's extremely hard to predict when you're going to need a hospital, I feel like. It has already popped up, for example, in Barcelona and Madrid, but it has not reached here in the old world, and I'm perfectly fine with that, by the way. From a fur coat's perspective, we do need cotton along with the hunting cabin in order to create fur coats. Cotton can only be done in the New World. So I do have a trade route going back and forth from the old world to the New World. Let's go take a look at the old world. Sorry, New World. Because one thing that we can potentially do is take Sevilla, which is currently unsettled, and do cotton on that particular island. And even though it won't use it for quite some time, go ahead, start shipping it over to Newcastle so that we can get fur coats built. And I think that that's probably sort of like what we did with Barcelona, where we tripled up on rum to send rum over to the old world. We can do the same thing with Sevilla and use it to send cotton over to the old world. So let's go ahead and start building out Sevilla. The first thing is the marketplace. Build you here. Why does Sevilla have no... Oh, crap. Okay.
Ready the ropes?
Let me grab some wood from Madrid and send that over to Sevilla. Plus, there's a resident quest. Send 50 of that. And then let me send... Where's the steel? I know it has 52 steel beams. I'm seeing it. There it is. And then send that over to Sevilla.
Halyard, sheets, and braces.
Alright, let's take a look at our resident quest here.
Bring back the good old times, boss.
My nieto, Miguel, said he was going to visit his abuelita for El Dia de los Muertos. But boss, my Antonia passed away years ago and Miguel still hasn't returned. We need to find Miguel.
Sun is hot today. I could use a little help.
Okay.
Your hard work has paid off.
Alright, so there's
As hard
George's
work
quest.
always does.
Good.
Olé!
There we go.
Así se hace. Way to go.
The furrow plow increases productivity. Cool. God, we could put a trade union up here and it would increase productivity by 25%. Holy cow. Oh, I've got cotton growing here. But I'm not turning it into a mill. Or I'm not doing anything with it. Why would I be doing that?
I hope it stays like this.
Hold on a minute.
La felicidad.
Huh. It's very strange. I don't know why fur coats would be something that would be created here. I may actually get rid of that so that I can have cotton strictly over on Sevilla, because there's no reason for... Hold on a minute. Oh, no. I need cotton for bombins. That's right, I need cotton for bombins. Okay, Alright, you know what? Let me do this. I need to fix something. This is...
Stand aside,
corn.
boss. Don't get dirt on
That's
your
corn.
fancy shoes.
Oh, stop it. Alright, I am going to fix some things here. Okay. First of all, let me copy you. And move you there. And then I know that's not enough fields. Well, I really didn't want to have to put that there, but that's okay. Alright, so there's that, and then... enough. There. Okay. Cotton mill we'll put there. Next to the fried plantain kitchen. That's going to take Yornaleros. Alright. Now, I'm going to need another alpaca farm to accommodate for the felt producer that'll be used to create the Bombin Weaver. Or that'll then turn into the Bombin Weaver. So, this I want to leave room for another farm of some kind. Where do I want to put this? Maybe down here? Yeah, let's copy you. And put you right there. And then I'm going to move you so that I can have you both right there next to one another. Upgrade you to a medium. Okay, and then the felt producer we'll put there. And I think we need to run... Yeah, I've got enough. By the way, the reason that I do this isn't just for beautification reasons. I actually do this because the brick road increases speed of the carts going back and forth, so it actually moves productivity a little bit faster. Okay, one quick thing here. That's the town hall. Okay, I'm going to move a couple of things and actually fix some stuff. So let's do that. Why don't I have... Where's the plow? Oh, equipped in the trade union. Botanical garden, sailing ships, and harbor master's office. Okay. Alright, then let me actually move that back. Plus I need to turn it anyway. What I want to do is move that to there. Okay. And then I am going to... that, and then I'm going to put actually that. Okay. You're already upgraded.
If they don't bring some first...
Okay, now I need the bombins. Whoa. I like that building. That's a pretty cool looking building. There we go. And I just increased or added some additional population to hopefully accommodate. And the numbers stay stagnant. Madrid isn't quite as profitable as some of the other islands, but it's okay. If we can ever get beer here, which was something that I was starting to work on in the last episode, I do want to try and keep moving forward with as well, because that's going to increase productivity by 6 coins per household for Abreras, not for Yornaleros. There's also cigars that will increase happiness, but we have to get to 1,000 obreros before we can do that. The other thing we did want to look at is what did we need? So we can do bombins. That's going to fill up and increase our population by 2 per household and 2 coins per household. So it's actually that's going to make Madrid a little bit more profitable as well. And then we get to sewing machines, and we can't unlock sewing machines until 1,000, and that's something else that would have to come over from the old world. Yeah, I'm worried about that one. Sewing machines are just so costly. They are so costly to produce.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Cool. Very good. All right, let's go take a quick look at that then. Yeah, so we've got a harvest festival going on. Very nice. And Luton is currently at a plus 1,300 because of that festival. Love it. Actually, one thing I might do is put in the farm there. Nope. Ah, yes, Lady Margaret and her ships. Let's take a look at production here. Actually, let me take a look at routes. So beer is going from Newcastle to Luton, and then peppers are going from Luton to Newcastle. Okay, so let me take a look at the numbers. Okay, Luton has more than enough beer, so I don't need to change those numbers. And peppers, it looks like we're actually... I mean, it's like dead even, which is, I guess, what it should be. Okay. What is next?
You've got our interests at heart.
Alright, we need to get a few more workers in place here in Luton.
Ceasefire has ended.
Uh-oh. Oh, that okay. Alright, I'm going to take care of that in a second. I have an idea for this little section right here.
One final look.
Okay, hold on one second. Diplomacy. And... Nope. What? Hold on a minute. Okay. Minus 50% on riot. Plus 5 happiness. The renovations. Share and share alike. Rivals bought shares in another... Oh. In another business, a prestige move for them, indubitably, but our economic expert writes of the inevitable repercussions in the small world of finance. Alright, let's publish it as is. I don't know what that... I'm going to have to take a look at that. Medium high.
Because everyone knows pirates like doubloons.
Nice.
How wonderful. You've taken pity on us.
Request ceasefire.
It's
each
rare
time
to leave any alive.
we do that, the numbers go down, but look at the increase. We got an 8-point increase from that. Low. Chance of success 0. I love these zeros. Just love the zeros. Let's see if she's got a quest for us.
I've nothing for you. At least...
Okay. Alright, well, we've at least got things very, very positive with Anne Harlow. That's good. That's fantastic, as a matter of fact. If we can get, by the way, in case anyone is wondering, if we can get her up to a point of where she'll trade with us, we can actually sell her beer at a lot of money. So that is going to be the next big financial jump for us. Let's see. Oh, I know something we need to look at here. Might be time to think about... Actually, I know exactly what I'm going to do. At least I think I do. Alright, that's... And there's the pub there. Yeah, we need another pub. Pub. Marketplace in here. All right, that's good. Alright, we can put in the school now for the workers. And the school will increase our number of workers by 2 here on Luton Town. Don't worry, as soon as we're done with this, I'm going to go back over to the New World and establish Sevilla so that we can get cotton over to Newcastle and get fur coats starting. That's going to be the next big thing from a expansion perspective, but I need to work on expanding out Luton a little bit more. And I'll be honest, I don't like the layout. At some point, I'm probably, and I hate saying this because I don't like doing things more than once, but I'm probably going to need to figure out a better layout structure for Luton. Actually, I'm going to move you two to there.
You'd be doing this for the good of all of us.
Okay, sure.
I shall be waiting.
Alright, let's take a look at our quest book here. Oh, it's got to be over in the New World. Yep. Alright, let's go to Sevilla real quick. Nope. Okay. And then
Make
we'll
sail.
pick that up. And then we've got another quest here from Isabella, but let me go back. I want to wrap up Luton Town first. I need to figure out how the school goes up. Church, school. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, let me do this and do that. And why? Oh crap, I don't have enough steel beams. Did I ever? I did not. Do I have coal on this island? I don't have coal on this island. Well, I can always create a coal kiln. I don't like to, but I can. Charcoal kiln, sorry. Okay. Guess we're gonna have to do that then. Crap. Alright. Well, it is what it is. Alright, let's put you there. And let's see, how do I want to do this?
A competitor raised a settlement.
Alright, let's put a charcoal kiln right next to it. Steel right next to that. Okay. And firehouse. Okay, so that cleared everything that did everything all at one time to get steel production going. And put a firehouse right around it, which is 100% needed. Number of times all that freaking crap has exploded is ridiculous. Alright, so that'll get steel production there on the island, on Luton. It's going to reduce, reduce by about $200 the profitability of Luton Town, unfortunately. But, okay, so that created a few more workers. And then as soon as we can get steel back, we'll go ahead and create that particular school. That'll fill out all of the workers for Luton Town. Alright, let's go back to the... Oops. Ranger.
Steady her course.
Okay, so that'll take care of that quest. Let's find out what Isabella would like.
We're always looking to those we can trust.
According to our intel, there's a smuggler delivering weapons to La Corona's forces. We cannot allow them to grow any stronger. Cut their cords. That's a destruction quest. Alright. I'm gonna have to wait for the seahorse to drop off its cargo. Because I want to take both the Flying Dutchman and the seahorse to handle this.
These people, they tell no one.
Yeah, it's one frigate. Okay. Alright, let's see where the seahorse is. And then we've also got another quest over here on Oh, no, never mind. She's waiting in Madrid to pick up the... Okay. Okay, back over to Sevilla then. Sevilla's now can get started. Okay, let's build our lumber out here.
Hoping to enlighten me?
Go.
Wise beyond your years.
Okay. So that's got us back up over 50 with her, thankfully. The problem is she has this tendency to drop. Things very, very rapidly.
We are fine.
Alright, you know, you're not really fine, but you're okay. Let me put in that. Alright, let me handle this quest real quick to destroy the frigates. Alright, let's get both ships here. Because the ships are in two different locations at the moment. Alright. What's my diplomacy? Oh! We haven't found the other pirate yet. Okay. That's good. I don't want to flatter her. Flattering her does not work. Chance of success high.
I didn't know you were sympathetic to our cause.
That was a very crappy return. Very, very crappy return. Ugh. Alright, let's get Sevilla moving forward a little bit more. We've now got lumber being produced here. We need to do plantains. Basically what I'm trying to do is I want to get Jornaleros up and running very, very quickly. So, let's see. Where do I want to put farms? Well, fish oil we can put here. Let's see. There's so little room on this island. I've got to be careful. There's oil fields there, clay there. Alright, let's put it right here.
You should go sit in the shade, boy.
Okay. Alright, that's a nice starting point. And warehouse. Alright, you're delivering directly to the trading post. Okay, good. I didn't even need a warehouse there. And then fried plantains. Perfect. Okay, so that'll increase the Jornaleros by 3 and coins by 2 here in Sevilla. Okay. Ships.
Aye.
Alright, and this I'm going to follow along with.
Enchanté. If me and my people should misbehave, remember, there's misbehaving all over.
Okay, so we finally found the second pirate.
Use it constructively.
Okay, thank you for the gift.
I'm oft compelled to remember.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I haven't done anything with you, lady.
Attention for the Admiral.
Okay, I think that I can see the ship. Wow, our profitability went up ginormously, and I don't know exactly why. Okay, quest available from Lady Margaret. Definitely going to make sure to do that.
Moving to coordinates.
There we go.
Ship under attack.
Fleet awaiting orders. Aye.
Ship under attack.
Where's my other ship?
Unfurl sail.
Well, it looks like, never mind. Looks like the one ship's going to do it. Yeah, one ship did it. Cool.
Aye.
Alright, let's get you back to Madrid.
Fleet moving in convoy. Do not turn your back on this fight. There is a time for waiting. It is not now.
Oh, crap.
Halyard sheets and braces.
Okay.
Keep her constant.
Alright, let's see what Lady Margaret wants real quick.
I merely choose the pieces. They move of their own accord.
Her Majesty has said nothing but kind words towards you, child. Since she commends you so passionately, I've decided to entrust you with the safety of my ship. Hopefully she will extend... it's an escort trust to the boat. She will extend her trust to the both of us once she sees us sailing together. I've got to take it.
Child.
Alright, let me do this.
Deep
I am
down,
going
know you're a
to...
tattletale.
Why? Request a non-aggression pact.
Who are you, Machiavelli?
Really?
How could I possibly refuse?
Okay. Alright.
Fine. We'll top up the...
Huh. Well, at least La Fortuna and I are at peace. That's good. Alright, the Flying Dutchman. Let's have you go there. And then the Seahorse is going back to Isabella. Alright, so that's good. Now let's go take a quick look at Sevilla, see how things are going. We've got plus 66 on the Jornaleros. They seem to be okay. They don't have... that was interesting. Oh, let me slow down time. They don't have any rum like my other islands do. How are the stores at Madrid for rum? They're full. What about Barcelona? They're almost full. Okay. Maybe what I'll do... Yeah, let's do that.
Lead me, youth, into
Charter
the expanse.
Pickup Harbor, Barcelona, Sevilla. Let's just send 10 for now, or 15. Oops, that's not what I wanted.
A new commission?
Seahorse should be just about here. Now the question is where am I escorting this ship? That's always the tough part that I have with escort quests. Okay, so there's Sevilla. So far, so good. I don't know that I'm quite as worried about escort quests in the new world as I am in the old world.
Awaiting new horizons.
Okay. The one cool thing about escort quests is that you do tend to...
An explosion in one of your factories.
Lovely.
A fire broke out.
Yeah, you think? Now, where's the firehouse? Right there. Mobilize.
Every second counts.
Okay, so there's the seahorse turning that
Without
in.
you, I don't know what we would have done.
Okay, so there's 13K for that. Unfortunately, that has been... Alright, fire should be taken care of.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Awesome. Wow.
The fire has been vanquished.
There we go. Ooh. Let's go back to my escort quests in the new world. Looks like we're just escorting them off the map. So as I was trying to say before I got distracted, one of the cool things about doing escort quests, if you don't run into too many problems, is you do get to open up a lot of the fog of war. We got a whole island here that we could potentially... This is a huge island that has a lot of fertility, including bauxite. Alright, as soon as I get a ship back... Actually, hold on a minute. I've got a ship at...
Frigate first class.
Seahorse. Okay, let's go to Madrid real quick. I'm going to go populate that island. I'm going to grab that island. And here's another island. This one's very small, though, and has a big mountain in the middle of it. We can start doing the cotton, and that'll probably be the last thing that we do in this episode. Is I'm going to go ahead and start getting cotton in place for Sevilla, so that we can start shipping that over to the old world. One of the things that I'm going to do...
How
here we go.
remarkable.
Awesome. So, not a lot of money, but it was all about the reputation with Lady Margaret. So, let's send you back to Barcelona. Whoa.
Make sail!
Alright. Is the Flying Dutchman... Where are you going, by the way? Oh. Huh. What? By the way, Isabella, what do you
Ready to
purchase?
evacuate at a moment's notice.
You purchase plantains and weapons. Yeah. I have a sneaking suspicion that
Ready for assignment.
you're not going to be able to do your job. Oh. The Ranger. Okay, you're the one going back and forth between Barcelona and Madrid. Alright. I'm going to get rid of this charter route. Delete the route. And I'm going to change... I'm going to add... an additional stop of Sevilla. Alright, so we're going to pick up 50 from Barcelona. We'll drop off 25 at Madrid, if we can. And then we'll drop off 25 in Sevilla. There we go. That's better. Much more efficient. Much more efficient. And gives time for things to get dropped off between places. Alright. Let's go to Sevilla. Let's create our cotton. So, we won't actually need cotton for anything with these guys. Oops, that's the marketplace. That's not what I'm going to click.
It's not special here, but what do you expect?
What I think I'm going to go ahead and do is put in some more Yornaleros. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put in the ponchos.
Hola!
I'm confident it's ready to go.
Okay. How is there another news? Oh, that's right. I sped up time. Yeah. Relations sour? How? I increased my popularity with him. Or my relationship with him. And -5 happiness because Luton became uglier. Yeah, because of the steel. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Let's, let me fix one of them.
I once went undercover as a clown and joined the circus. But when anything else, then I'll send it out.
Okay, and then Poncho. Right there. Okay, so that's going to increase the population here in Sevilla. Let's go take a look at Madrid. Plus 925. Of course, there's a carnival there. Barcelona's at plus 28. Okay, very good. Everything's nice and stable. Oh, that's right.
Unfurl the sail.
I want to populate that island, or get a trading post on that island. Alright, back to Sevilla. Apologize for jumping around. Let me put in... So we've got ponchos now. That'll increase...
I'm happy when my familia is happy.
Oh, I need more Jornaleros. What do they need happiness-wise? Oh, a church. Yeah, let me put in a church. I also need to put in police. For now, I'll just leave that alone. Okay, cotton. There we go. Why do we not have enough Jornaleros? Oh, I just put the church down. Didn't even have enough Jornaleros to unlock it. They've now got the rum. That's excellent. Oh. Oh, felt is a lifestyle need. Well, that's interesting. How much... Alright, let me go over to Madrid real quick, because I might be able to turn on felt, seeing as that I'm making bombins now.
We will always follow you.
Yeah, I don't typically look at the Jornalero lifestyle
I owe you, boss.
needs. Ooh. You know what? Let's take a quick look at production here in Madrid. We're actually not making enough cotton. Alright, we're going to need another cotton plantation. Which, that's not a problem. I actually have the space for it. But I don't see... Oh, there it is. Yeah, we're not making enough ponchos. Okay. So let's fix those two problems real quick. Cotton-wise, that's not an issue. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so there's cotton. And then ponchos. Problem is I don't have any more room for... Alright, I think what I'm going to do is move you down one. And then let's copy... Another alpaca farm there. And then there's the poncho factory. Alright, let's move you to there. There we go. Alright, that should cover that problem. I am going to need more people, though. Okay. I think that might offset that. Okay.
A new commission?
Flying Dutchman, we are going to take... 50 wood and 20 steel. We need a look. Can I even do steel production here? I don't believe I can. No, I can't. Alright, let's go take you down to here. Alright, what? It takes cotton in... Okay, so I need 2 cotton plantations per cotton mill. That's the reason why I didn't have enough cotton in Madrid. That's the exact reason why I didn't have enough cotton in Madrid. Okay, so let me go ahead and copy you. And then we need the cotton mill. We'll put right there. We're going to need some more Jornaleros. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to get bricks running here. Build the trading post. Excellent.
I'll admit, your people are willing to fight.
Okay. Cool.
You do what you have to.
Nice.
To protect your own.
Nice. Excellent. Alright, what are we going to name this island? We've got Madrid, Sevilla, Barcelona. What is another La Liga city? Problem is there's 2 soccer teams in Madrid, so... Cartagena. Of course, it'd be nice if I... There we go. Okay, so...
A new commission?
I'm going to go ahead and send the Flying Dutchman back. There's no real good point in keeping it there. George has got a quest for us.
Everyone should work for their corn.
It's an escort quest. If Rupert Grayling can find the time to read to every poor orphan on the other side of the ocean, you can damn well find the time to deliver him to them.
Seems we hold the same perspective.
Well, I don't know about that, but... Flying Dutchman... Let's have you come... Both of you come
Fleet
here.
on the move.
Again, I'm going to send 2 at a time. Alright, we've spent a lot of time here in... I want to see where we are with... Alright, I'm going to let cotton fabric build up for a while before we start shipping it back to the old world. The good thing is we've already got a ship coming back and forth. However, what I think I'm going to need to do is we've been running a schooner back and forth. I apologize. I feel like the music's gotten louder all of a sudden. Let me turn the music down a hair. And hey, the New World's music is always very, very brass heavy, so it can get a little bit louder. We've been running a schooner back and forth between the old world and the new world. What I think I'm going to do real quickly is kick off a frigate build. Alright, let me see. Loading speed, max, okay, 4.4 knots. Max sail speed, 15.8. Open sea travel speed, yep. Frigate, 4.2 and 18.7. 5.5, 19.8. Does the... They've got... Let's... Clipper doesn't have any guns, though. Back and forth between the two worlds. A fast, medium-sized trade ship. Yeah, I'm gonna create a Clipper. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of the schooner. I'll just sell it to Archibald, and then we'll use this to go back and forth between the old world and the new world. I think that's going to be a better solution than what I've been doing. And then diplomacy-wise, we're at 35 for Jean Lafortune. We're now at plus 55. We started at 48. And then Anne is currently at 29. So she's actually going to move, I think when she gets to 30... she'll move into peace. And then if we can get her to, I think it's 70, we can get her into trade rights potentially. Okay, so Newcastle is at plus 3388. Luton is at plus 771. And then we still have Norwich over here that we have not touched yet. Unfortunately, all but one island is taken care of. So, in any case, we did everything in this episode, maybe a little slowly, but we did do everything that I wanted us to do, which was focus on expansion, get cotton built out so that we can start sending it over to the old world. We will finish that process in the next episode so that we can get fur coats in place for the artists in the old world. Now, one thing I do want to take a quick look at is here in Madrid. The next thing for them is going to be sewing machines. Because we're not going to be able to upgrade our Abreras to Artistas until we can get sewing machines. I would also like us to get beer here. So the next episode, we need to figure out how to get, in addition to work clothes, that's for Jornaleros. In addition to work clothes, oh yeah, I wanted to turn on felt here. What is my felt production like? 2 for 2. If I turn that on, it's not going to be enough. What is... Hold on just 1 second.
I take a few good people wherever I go.
Okay.
Fleet awaiting orders.
Alright, so we're going to escort you. Alright, I'm going to follow this along. It means that the episode's going to run a little bit long. As apparently they all do now. Look at my bank account go up.
Ship under attack.
Okay.
Ship constructed.
Okay, good.
Ship under attack.
3 of them now. I'm gonna fail this quest. Yep, I'm gonna fail this quest.
You've let no one
Damn it.
down but yourself.
I don't even know how I could have. I mean, I would have had to have had 4 or 5 ships. Thankfully, I've got some reputation with George to play with, so it's not quite that bad. But, man, that just plain sucks. Okay, so I turned the time back, and matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and pause here with our look on Madrid and wrap things up. We did exactly what I wanted us to do in this episode, which was very methodically continue our expansion. We've continued our expansion in Madrid. We've now got bombings in Madrid, which has increased our population, increased our profitability. We are now starting to put together the plans for what we need to send back and the additional things that we need to send back and forth between the old world and the new world. We're going to need to be able to get beer and sewing machines to the new world from the old world. We're going to need to be able to send the cotton from the new world to the old world in order to create fur coats for the artists. So the next thing that we're going to do in the next episode is work towards that. That'll allow us to get to the next level of artists that we'll need in order to upgrade to engineers. Same thing with obreros in Madrid. We can also start to take a look at potentially implementing bombings over in Barcelona, but with Barcelona being a much smaller island, that's going to be a little bit tougher to do, but we're certainly going to try and take a look at that. With the new Clipper built, we can update, and that'll be the first thing I'll try and do, is update the trade route between the old world and the new world, which is right now doing work clothes and rum, so that we can add in the sending of beer and sewing machines if possible. One of the things, though, that we're going to have to take a look at is, are we producing enough steel in order to, steel bars specifically, in order to accommodate for the extra sewing machines that are going to need to go over to the new world. But we'll have to take a look and see. Right now, we're only focusing on Madrid. We don't need to worry about that for Barcelona quite yet, but we do want to try and get that rolling as soon as we possibly can. So I hope that everyone's been enjoying the content, as always, and hopefully I will see you in the next episode. Please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, and as always, any comments, critiques, concerns, would love to hear them. I read every single one, and I'll see you in the next episode. Talk to you then.